Good morning, my dear friends. This is JB Kabra. I shall be talking to you on a beautiful topic which is called work ethics and work culture. Now let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you attend various technical courses, you attend business schools, you attend IITs, you attend medical and paramedical courses, and they teach you how to do a particular activity. There are hardly any institutions which will teach you why should you work in the first place. So whereas how is taught, nobody bothers to teach you why. And is it not very correct idea to know why and then extend it to how? I will make an honest effort to take you to various journey points. Why should you work? The moment I ask this question to people, tell me, why should you work? And one line reply comes, Papi पेट का सवाल है. Now, is it the only reason for which you work? Or there could be many more reasons why we are working? Maybe now that I have acquired knowledge, is it not my august duty to spread that knowledge and give it to the people all around? Maybe what do I do at home without doing anything? Therefore, some people they work. Some people they work because they want to come up in the life. There could be variety of reasons why people work. But when we talk of work ethics, please remember it has to be philosophy of life. Many people they tell me, Mr. Kabra, you are wrong. I said, tell me how? They said, in Hindi I am reproducing and then I'll give the running translation. जिस भगवान ने मुझे चोंच दिया है, उस भगवान ने मेरे दाना पानी का भी तो बंदोबस्त किया होगा. The God has made provision. True. There is dana pani for you. But believe, gentlemen, you will have to go to dana pani. Never expect dana pani to come to you. You have to. And don't you think this rule applies to everybody? Whether it is birds, animals, everybody. You know the king of jungle, king of the forest is lion. But do you think the deer on its own will give its neck to the mouth of the lion and tell, sir, why you want to take trouble? Sir, I am here, please. Both have to learn, both have to run. The lion runs for filling his belly and the deer runs to save its life. Most of the time, maybe, by mistake, by default, or some unforeseen circumstances, the lion succeeds. But the fellow who wants to save his life generally succeeds more than the failure. So you must. And if I have to give you examples, I can give you the examples. When the sparrow, mother sparrow, it has to fly, go to the crop, catch the cereals. It will feed its sibling, its children, the smaller sparrow, the baby sparrow. But only till such time the sparrow gets the enough strength in her wings and is now ready to take a flight. The day mother sparrow realizes, now there is enough strength in the wings of this baby sparrow, mind you, my dear friends, the mother sparrow will push down the baby sparrow. Because for baby sparrow, it was a first experience and therefore it is scared and afraid. But now being pushed, it has no alternative but to spread its wing. And when the baby sparrow realizes now it can fly, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, the sparrow never returns back to the same nest. Now it's an independent animal on its own. Second example I would like to quote. This is example of giraffe, mother giraffe. You know, the mother giraffe is a very tall animal. And when the mama giraffe gives birth to a baby giraffe, it falls from the height and sits on the floor. You know what mama giraffe does? It kicks the baby giraffe till such time it is able to stand on its own leg. Because mama giraffe knows, if this fellow is able to stand on its own, it will be able to save its life. Two reasons. One, it will be able to save life from the enemies, and second, it will be able to feed itself. Because you know, the giraffe neck is so stiff, the giraffe cannot bend and eat the grass. Giraffe has to eat only the leaves of the trees. And the third example I would like to quote, when mama lion gives birth to the cubs, you know, the cubs of these couple of animals like dogs, cats, lions, cheetahs, tigers, when they are born, their eyes are closed. So what mama lion does, she gives birth to maybe 4 or 5, and it walks a distance of at least about 40 to 45 feet and sits there. Now these cubs, they are very hungry. They want to drink the milk, but where is the mama? Mama is gone and sitting at almost at a distance of 45 to 50 feet. Now these small cubs, they smell their mother, they walk and start drinking the milk. One of the cubs is pretty weak. It makes an attempt to stand and walk, but it is unable, probably. Therefore, it sits down. Again, it makes an attempt, unable to succeed. Again, it sits down. Mama lion will never take a pity on this kid. She will look at the kid, the cub, once, twice, and third time she comes. She catches the cub in her teeth and kills it. As if she is communicating a message. You are born in the family of lion. And if you cannot live to the qualities of lion right when you are born, you probably have no right to live in the life. And mother killing its own child. This is a classic example of why we have to, as early as possible, stand on our own. I always give this example. Let's imagine there is a joint family. 5 brothers and their family members are staying together. One brother is into business, another brother is into profession, third brother is into trade, fourth brother is in job, and the fifth brother is unemployed. Now tell me, my dear friends, who will get the most respect in the family? Forget of the member, even his wife, she will have to do all household chores. She will have to clean utensils, she will have to wash clothes, she will have to do mopping and sweeping, she will have to do cooking, only because her husband is not working and earning. Forget of the wife or spouse, even children. Children will be respected whose father is working and earning. The children whose parents are not working, the father is not working, they will be humiliated beyond a point. And therefore, please remember, if you want to maintain your self-esteem, not only of yours but of your family, probably you need to work. You need to work. Never believe in this. Many people, they tell me, sir, this is my lifeline, this is my wealth line. Unfortunately, this is going like this. Had it gone like this, I would have been a millionaire in the world. It serves no purpose. Believe in this. Somewhere I read a beautiful equation. What is performance? Performance is skill and motivation. Plain skill is ability to do, and motivation is a willingness to do. Unless you combine both, you will not be able to perform. And therefore, the work ethics will encourage you to get motivated and to work. They say that no, if God has made me, God has made provisions for me. No, let me give a simple example. If you are a student, you appear for exam, you have forgotten whatever you wanted to write, and as a result you have given blank answer sheet to the invigilator and come home. Now you next day you go to temple, mosque or church and bang your head 30 times and pray God. Do you think your paper will be written by the God? No. So part 1 you have to do all by yourself, then leave part 2 to the God. Somewhere I read a beautiful sentence. Work as if everything depends on you, and then leave it to the God as if everything depends on Him. Is it not the classic principle of work ethics and work culture? Now please remember, what are the advantages of work? If you work, I can guarantee you your health will be fit and fine. I have seen those people who are working, even at the age of 65, 70, they are able to catch the running BST bus. And the fellow who doesn't work, sits at home all the time, whiles away his time, though he is 30, is unable to move around. So the physical fitness depends on the way you work. And let me tell you the biggest principle. It's my strongest belief that people will never die because of work. But I can tell you, people will die if they don't work. Because what happens if you don't work? You don't know how to kill the time. And therefore you might get into the vices. Vices could be either tobacco, chewing or smoking. You might get into alcohol. You might get into drugs. You might get into gambling. And then what happens? I have been working in industry. Those people who leave the jobs much before their retirement, they live a shorter life. But those people who are working till end, their longevity of the life is guaranteed reasonably. And therefore you must work for physical fitness. Whatever work you are doing, you might do physical work, you might do mental work, you might do intellectual work, but work. Let me give another example. There was a friend, my friend, and he believed that God will give him everything on its own. And what he was doing? He was ringing a bell in the local temple all along. And the priest would tell, serve God and God will take care of you. This fellow had almost 5 to 10 acres of land. And he believed. The priest or the father or whosoever, whichever religion he was professing, he said, don't worry. भगवान की मेहरबानी हुई तो तेरे बंजर जमीन में भी अपने आप नंदनवन आ जाएगा. Which means if God is with you, your barren land also will turn into big orchard. Now this fellow believed. He continued his job of ringing bell and serving in the temple or the church, as the case might be. 5 years he did nothing to his land, and the land which was barren became further barren. Then one fine day he realized, no. He gave up. He went to the field. He tilled the land all by himself, dig certain pits, planted some mango trees, and to water those trees, he carried the water on his shoulder and watered each and every plant. So he watered those plants, and in next 5 years, there was a mango orchard full of fruits. And incidentally, it so happened, the pujari or the father of that church was passing through from one village to another village, and he noticed this garden, mango orchard, and he felt very happy. He called the boy. He said, hey, did I not tell you, if the God is kind enough and is sympathetic with you, your barren land will automatically turn into Nandanvan or orchard? He said, I'm sorry. Till such time God had only blessings on me, the barren land remained barren. In fact, it became more barren. Only when I started working on it and I toiled with my sweat and blood, this has become orchard. So ladies and gentlemen, things will not move on its own. Not move on its own. You will have to work. You will have to. Therefore, what happens? Those people who do not believe in work ethics, what do? They become fatalistic. Either they will believe in these lines, or they will go to that fellow who tells them their future, that parrot fellow. Now tell me, ladies and gentlemen, if the parrot knew what your future was, don't you think he himself would have seen his own future? Why the hell he has to move from places to places and for 5 rupees tell your future? Let me give an interesting anecdote. I had myself gone to that parrot fellow because we are research. We are into research. We observe the things and we make the things. So he was very happy. He said, "Aapko bhavishya dekhna hai?" I said, "No." Then he said, "All those cheats which are lying, I want to go through." He said, "How can I permit you to do that? That's a business secret." I said, "For each cheat you charge 5 rupees. There are 25 cheats. It will make 125. I'll give you 250. So he was attracted. He said, "All right." He wound up, went into the another corner. I went through those 25 cheats, and mind you, the messages in those 25 cheats were exactly identical. Now imagine what happens the moment you go there. The parrot is there in the cage. At the first instance, Karen doesn't want to come out. So this fellow will poke him. Out of compulsion, the parrot comes out, picks up any one of the cheat, puts it aside, and goes back to the parrot, the cage. And this fellow will start reading. He will make face as if something seriously wrong. He will say, "Your past has been very bad." Now tell me, gentlemen, if my past was brilliant enough, why the hell I would have come to this fellow? He will say, "Your best friend has ditched you." Now in our life, somebody or the other has always ditched. So you feel so happy. Oh my God, this parrot knows that so and so had ditched me. And final assault he will make: if you work hard, your future is bright. Now to tell this, I don't need to go to the parrot. Nah? I myself know if I work hard, my future will be bright. Don't go into this. The people, they will go into so many other witchcrafts, this, that. That is not required. Believe in your own strength. Believe in saying that I can and I will, the things will be there. So, by working, what happens? You have enough money. And remember, if you have enough money, your self-respect and self-esteem is maintained. Because once I had read on the rear of the truck, सब आपको पूछेंगे आप कैसे हैं जब तक आपके पास पैसे हैं. Is it not eternal truth? You will be able to maintain your physical fitness. You will get respect amongst your friends, family members and relatives. Third, you will feel very happy that you have done a good job. And finally, at one stage you will reach where you will feel that I am able to actualize myself. So for these reasons, you have to work. You will become industrious. You will never want to while away your time. You would want to gainfully use this time. And when you want to use this time gainfully, the things will come up in your life automatically. And therefore what you have to do is, again, as I'm moving forward, please remember, no work is small, no work is big. Work is work. If you are lucky to get the job which you love, you are lucky. But if you do not get job you love, start loving the job which you have got and the quality will come. Let me give you an example. Say for example, there is a big corporation. There are hundreds and thousands of sweepers and there is a head of the corporation. Now imagine if the head of the corporation goes on leave 2 days, 3 days. Do you think any one of us will even come to know? But if the sweepers decide to take off for a day, you will immediately realize, because the filth around will start stinking. Now tell me, gentlemen, who is more important for that corporation? Is it the head of the corporation, or is it the sweepers of the corporation are more important? So the point is, each one of us is important. Whatever work we do adds supplement and value. And when you know the work what I am doing is adding value. Let me give the last example. When you drink one cup of tea, let me tell you, when millions of hands work together, you get that cup of tea. Imagine the number of people working in that tea gardens. Imagine the people who are plucking those leaves. Imagine the number of people who are into transportation of those leaves to the factory. People who are working in the factory. People who are working in transportation and so that it reaches to the customer. People who are working in sugarcane field. People who are working in sugarcane factory. People who are working in a water supply department, because if you have to prepare a cup of tea, you require water also. People who are working, this ceramic industry where the cups and saucers are made. Imagine when millions and millions of people work, you get a cup of tea to drink. And therefore, is it not a contribution to the nation you are making in your own way? Lastly, I would like to tell the beautiful example by our ex-Prime Minister had told. When China attacked us, the then Prime Minister made an appeal that please do something by help this country. There was a small boy, maybe in 5th or 6th standard. He wrote a letter. The then Prime Minister was popularly known amongst the kids as a Chacha. He said, Chacha, I am so overwhelmed with your appeal. I want to give up my studies and do whatever you tell me to do. The then Prime Minister wrote a letter in his own hand saying, no, you can serve the nation by doing whatever you are currently doing. As a student, you are required to study, so study. As a housewife, you are required to work your home chorus activity, do that. Whatever work you are doing, that work will add to the national pride. Please continue to do. But do a quality job. Do understand why you are doing. And when you know why you are doing, automatically how of the work will come. And once you know why and how, the quality of the work has to move up, and this country, our beloved country of India, will become not the largest importer, but will become the largest exporter of the world. And with this beautiful feeling that we must work. Only last thing which I would like to tell you is, instead of only working for hard, there are 3 kinds of people. I say, people who hardly work, they are not required. People who work hard, That is, in Hindi it is called Gadha Majuri, and the people who work smart. So do hard work, at the same time do a smart work as well. And once you do a smart work, application of mind, how the work can be simplified, and when you do that, it will automatically ease your work, so that you are now able to take on extra work, extra load. And remember my last sentence, people will never die because of working. So do work and serve the nation beautifully. All my best wishes are with you. Thank you very much.